I need my fragrances to put in work. They can't just be pretty smelling juice. I need them to help my mental health be better that day, to help me feel like my best self, to give me a little bit of a boost of self-confidence. They just can't just be pretty out here. They need to do so much more that may seem unreasonable to you, but they can do that if you make them. And I took the time of curating a June perfume tray that is giving all that needs to be gave, and I want to share it with you because it's varied and it's lovely, and I am so proud of myself because I was ruthless and I have some gems here. Now, some of these fragrances are fantastic summer fragrances. Some of these are totally inappropriate for summer, but I needed them in my life at the moment and I want to share it with you. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, then stick around and let's get into it.
If it's real, we can build, hold it down for ya. I can tell with something I gon' get what's meant for ya. All my love is on the line.
Hi, I'm Jeanique and welcome to this month's perfume tray, the June perfume tray. And I'm excited to share all the fragrances that I've been wearing down and will continue to wear down for the rest of the month. Now, I have 4 categories in this video because I always have categories in my video. And these represent the energy, the vibes I was trying to evoke this month. And the fragrances that sit in each category are doing that for me and then some. So the 4 categories are, does it make me feel pretty? Because that's a criteria I look for every single month. 2, does it make me feel like a snack? Because I'm out in these dating streets and it's a struggle. It is traumatic, but I'm doing it because optimism. And 3, does it make me feel powerful? Because sometimes we need that kind of energy for work, for the streets, for all kinds of activities. And finally, does it make me feel like I'm at home? Cozy, lovely, sweet, like myself. I need my fragrances to do so much for me and then some. But you know what? They're real expensive. So they got to do double, triple, quadruple duty out here. Now, I hope you subscribed already. And if you have, thank you. I love you. You're amazing. You're amazing. But if you haven't, go ahead and do so. We have perfuming conversations over here all the time. Yes. And I talk about all kinds of fragrances, low end, high end, mostly low end, middle of the end, because who has money to be just buying $100 fragrances all the time? Not me. So anyway, we talk about dew fragrances, Arabian fragrances, all the things, and they're all featured in this video today. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe, but also stick around because we're about to get into it.
Put your back to the side, love is right for ya. I can tell with something I come get what's meant for ya. All my love is on the line.
So this first one is going to suggest to you that I'm a basic ass bitch, and I am. I just want to smell pretty in this category, and this one makes me feel pretty mostly because people give me a lot of compliments when I wear it, and it's just a kind of sweet, lovely, girly type of fragrance. Boom. It is adult nectar. You see it's getting used, right? Now, this used to be a work fragrance for me, and then I realized the streets love it too. So this fragrance takes a moderate rose, right? Mixes it with a little bit of caramel, a lot of caramel, some popcorn and vanilla. It is a sweet, jammy, yummy, kind of sticky take on rose that is womanly heading into flirtatious. And I am loving this fragrance so much. I don't even have this for a year now. You see, it is getting a lot of use out of me just because it's an easy one for me to reach for when I just want to feel like my prettiest self. So as we get into the I feel pretty category, we're going to start it off with one that has been doing way more than I thought it would when I bought it. I was expecting basic as fuck because I love me some Idol. I love me some Lancome, but I wasn't expecting magic. And I'm not saying this is magic. I'm just saying I smell good when I wear it. And everyone literally smells good when they wear it. So one of my favorites this month. Love it. Let's get on to the next one. So I wanted to go real nostalgic with number 2, and this is Vera Wang EDP. This is a classic floral fragrance. This is a fragrance I was wearing at 18 years old, just out here feeling like my most mature self. And I'm not saying this is, I don't know, childish or mature or either of those things. This is just a very classic take on florals. It's very pretty, it's very light, it doesn't try too hard, it's not making any bold statements. It's sort of a simple take on girly and feminine, womanly. It is nice. It brings together things like lily of the valley and lily, some gardenia, there's some lotus in here, there's a little bit of rose. Everything is coming together, all very mild in what it is giving. There isn't much fruitiness in this fragrance. It is sweet without reading like a sweet fragrance. It's your very classic floral, pretty girly. It's the fragrance you wear to brunch on Sunday with your girls, just wanting to feel like understated and most like yourself, just a little bit dressed up. That is the vibe of this one, and I've never been disappointed because I've been wearing it for such a long time. I'm not telling you how long I've been wearing it, but I'm just saying it's been a lifetime basically, and I'm never gonna give this up because it's always been good to me. That's Vera Wang EDP for the number 2 fragrance in the I Feel Pretty category. We're gonna finish off with a combination rather than a singular fragrance because y'all need to know about this combo, because literally a man said I smelled like gold. I don't know what he meant by that, but I think he just wanted to say I smelled opulent and rich, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. I just know I love this combination in its many iterations. Never does me wrong. Let's start off with the base of the combo, of the layer. It's My Way, Giorgio Armani. You can use any My Way. You just need that My Way-esque vibe without any sharpness. So not Prada Paradox, even though it's similar, because of that patchouli note that makes it a little bit sharp. You need a soft, cloudy place to land of sweet, white floralness, right? So My Way Floral, My Way Intense, all of those work, right? As the base. It's beautiful. So this is mostly tuberose. There's a little bit of vanilla. There's a little bit of bergamot for some tartness. It's pretty basic, but it's a great everyday fragrance. So you took a little bit of this on top. And by a little bit of this, don't have to be this. Just any really sharply sweet strawberry fragrance. This, something like Mugler, Angel Nova. Is that Mugler? The Star. The Pink Star, something like that. But Sexual Fleur from Michel Germain is one of my favorite layering combos with the My Way. Now this one is sweet. It is a little sticky. It's overly sweet. It reads more fruity than anything else. It reads like red fruit, like strawberries and raspberries, maybe a little bit of red currant. It is sugary and it's girly. It is fun. I would say this is in the same vein, the same category as something like Britney Spears Fantasy, or something like CK Euphoria, like that category of fragrance that is a little bit too sweet but so fun, that you always have in your collection and you want to wear it down when you're feeling like your girliest self. That is what this is giving. You just want a tops of this on top of this, and together something about the soft tuberose, very sort of pretty and a little bit voluptuous and a little bit demure, and you put this on top and the combination makes something a little bit like indiscreet, a little bit undercover sexy with the two of them together. It's one of my favorite combinations, and I love putting these together. It doesn't have to be this. Like I could take, say, I don't know, Rebel Fleur from Rihanna, tuberose fragrance, a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier than this, but similar type of fragrance. You layer it with Britney Spears Fantasy, you get a similar kind of vibe. All I'm saying is try it out. It's lovely. Trust me. Let's get into the fragrances that help me feel like my most powerful. Now, these are the ones I'm going to wear to work, and when I want to have like a little bit of attitude, a little bit of extraness in my fragrance, I'm not trying to give flirty kind of energy. These are the fragrances that I have been reaching for and will continue to reach for the rest of the month. I got 3 here, like I said, 3 in every category. No, I'm going to start off with the one that I think is the most summery of the bunch and then work my way through to the heaviest of the bunch. So we're going to start off with Al Haramain's L'Aventure. Now here's the thing, everybody says this is a dupe of Creed Aventus for her. They're all wrong, and I've had people in comment section tell me that they don't trust anything that I say because I disagree with that particular sentiment. It doesn't smell like it. I have both. They don't smell alike, but this is still straight fire, and I enjoy this kind of DNA in a fragrance. It brings out the bad bitch in me, and I lean in heavy to her. Here's the thing, this is great, right? It's pineapple. It's a little bit sweet, a lot tart. There's some bergamot in here. There's a whole bunch of white florals in here. It is a really beautiful, really rich, really sharp and bright type of fragrance with a whole bunch of woodiness and musk in the base to give it a whole bunch of power. This is a really loud, bombastic fragrance that is great for every day, and all of that citrus and that pineapple just make this come alive and feel really fantastic in those summer months. So I bought this a year ago, hoping to get a Creed Aventus for her dupe. Didn't get one, but I got a fantastic fragrance that I absolutely love, and a year and a half later, I'm still wearing down. No regrets on picking this up. Is this an intermission to remind you to subscribe? Yes, it is, because, you know, even though I don't beg for subscriptions at all, I am asking nicely. So please, thank you. Now back to the video. The next power fragrance for me this month is going to be Elie Saab Le Parfum Intense. No, the vibes of both of these fragrances, the Lavender and this one, very, very different. This is a very warm, sort of thicker fragrance that reads better for nighttime. It's more of a fall winter fragrance, to be clear, but I just love wearing it because there's a cleanness about this fragrance. Now, at the base of this is a lot of cedar, and that is the overarching sort of vibe. Cedar with a little bit of honey. There's some fruit and some floral notes in here, but it's mostly woodiness, honey, but with a feminine twist. It smells grown. It doesn't smell too try hard. It's really understated in what it is giving, and the texture is so lovely and thick on the skin that it just makes me feel really like I can hold my head, my back is straight, you know what I mean? It just feels very classy and womanly and sophisticated, and I really, really enjoy this one. So I've been wearing this, especially to work. I just don't want to be giving something that's too bright or maybe too sweet sometimes, and this allows me to get really great texture without all of that heavy sweetness. The last one I have here is a little bitty sample. It's a little 8 ml thing that I've been enjoying down. Now, y'all know how I feel about Room 1015. If you've been here before, y'all know I love Room 1015, Cherry Punk. It's a fantastic cherry meets leather fragrance, and I went and got the Extrait de Parfum to try out to see what I thought about it and how it might be a little bit different from the original. And you know what, it's giving power. So the part of what I really enjoy about this sort of line of fragrances is how it shifts and changes as you wear it. You start off, it's maraschino fucking cherries. It's just right there. It's sweet. It's a little bit smooth. It's a little bit boozy. What is not to love? And then when it gets to the mid, we get all of this leather that comes through. It's a little unisex, a little masculine. It feels out of place. It comes in, maybe it's just not for me, but I really enjoy it. I love the shift. I love the turn. It feels low-key a little aggressive on my skin, and I really enjoy just that combination so much. Now, the extrait version versus the original is not as sweet as the original. So the maraschino cherry in here feels a little bit creamier and not as sweet, and the leather in here feels like it goes on for a little bit longer. It's a little bit heavier on that leather, and I do feel like incredibly powerful when I wear this fragrance, and I really do enjoy it. I don't always love leather, but when they get it right, especially when they do it with cherry, I just feel like it's meant for me. So I've been enjoying Cherry Punk Extrait de Parfum, and maybe one day possibly I'll pick up a full-size bottle of one of them. Do I know which one I prefer yet? I think this one of the two, but it changes from day to day. The month of June is the month of the extrait, but who knows where I'll end up in a couple of months. Is this my favorite category of my tray right now? It may be. Now, a lot of fragrances in this category, they're a lot. They're a little bit extra. They may be arguably not that summery, but you know, I don't give a fuck. They're just making me feel the way I want to feel this month. And the categories, I want to feel like a snack. I'm in these dating streets, and it is a struggle out here. These apps, these men, how are they getting worse year after year? I do not understand the trauma. So let's talk about the fragrances I'm wearing out here, mostly for myself, because I gotta get through these dates come hell or high water. I'm gonna start off with Le Petit Robe Noir from Guerlain. Y'all, I love this fragrance. So I went to Guerlain last year. I was in Vegas. I was feeling myself, and I tested this out in store thinking it wouldn't be great because the reviews about on this fragrance are so mid. People are wrong about it. It's lovely. I really enjoy this. So what is it essentially? It's cherry and almond mixed together. Delicious, round, full. Some tonka, some licorice mixed in. It's just this sort of dark, sweet creaminess all coming together. Some star anise for a little bit of spice is thrown in. That is basically what this fragrance is. Now I can kind of understand why it's a little bit controversial because star anise, controversial note, yes. And licorice, very controversial note. It's either for you or it is really not. It is enough for me to get a 30 ml. And I'm wearing it, I'm enjoying it. I feel really like luscious and edible when I wear this fragrance, mostly because of the cherry, because cherry is one of the sexiest notes out there, obviously. And I love it in this particular Girl On fragrance. I'm really enjoying this one a lot. I have a couple versions of this because I love a flanco, but this is maybe my favorite of the whole bunch, which never really happens with the original, but this is an exception. So I've been wearing this one down, enjoying myself, feeling really lovely wearing it, and I will continue to do so. We got to build up to the last one because it's real aggressive, like I'm trying to be this summer. Yum. Anyway, we're going to talk about Trussardi. This is Passeggiata in Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. I feel like this has grown enough in popularity that I feel like I accidentally saw a dupe of this. Am I making that up or did they dupe something else? Either way, I feel like Trussardi is in its like golden era right now. It's in a moment. I'm here for it because the fragrances are not as expensive as a lot of the other fragrances out here. Viva Italia. That's what I say. Anyway, this is fruit and floral together. It's a lot of white flowers, a lot of orange blossom. This feels sexy. Like, this is third date approved with an extra kick of sweetness in it because there is some honey in here just giving me my life. I really enjoy this. There is a little bit of patchouli for some sharpness, a little bit of greenness. It makes it a little bit dirty. It feels like there's something smoky in here, like some vetiver. I don't think there is, or maybe there is. I don't know. But there is something kind of dark and sort of sultry and smoky and va-va-voom. The energy of this fragrance is a little bit va-va-voom. Not a lot of it. It's like a little bit va-va-voom. Like you are feeling a little bit sexy and wanting to give that kind of energy. So this makes me feel like a whole snack. I love white floral so much that it's not surprising this is on here. I just wanted a sweeter take on white floral. Now it could be argued because of the level of sweetness in this fragrance, that fruity sweetness mixed with that honey, that this might not be for those hotter summer days. I would not tell you to wear it on a day that is crazy hot because this will choke you all the way out. But if it's cooler out, if it's nicer, if it's nighttime, if you're indoors and there is AC, I find this is a lovely one. If you like a kind of unconventional twist on a classic white floral with an extra bit of sweetness to it. This is so pretty. Now you're going to say to me, Jeanique, every time you have talked about Ensemble by Lattafa, the dupe of Parfums de Marly's Oriana, you have said to us, do not wear this in summer because you will choke and die. I've said that literally because it is true. But here's the thing, it's been raining a lot this summer, so I feel like this has not been shelved for a reason. The universe wants me to wear it down. And I've just been in a Ensemble headspace, Ensemble mood. This is peak party fragrance. Are you wearing pink to go out? Is it frilly? Are there sequins, sparkles, or glitter? Here we go. This is what you wear. This dress, this fragrance, they go together. It's so bright. It's so fun. It's so carefree. It is so fucking unbothered. I love it. And it's so aggressive. And it lasts so long. It just keeps going and going. It's so sweet. It's sugar. It's so much sugar. It's marshmallow powdered sugar with all of this red berry, raspberry. Yes, that's in there. All kinds of juicy red fruit, sweetness, sponge sugar coming together. There is nothing practical about this. This is party on peak. You are on vacation in Ibiza on a beach somewhere. It is cool outside and you are drunk in the daytime. This is the vibe of Ensemble and Oriana to boot. I love this fragrance. It makes me feel like a snack. Every single time I put this on, I think this is so aggressive. You should layer this and calm it down. And then I think to myself, no, you don't shine your light. You don't put baby in a corner. You don't dim your light for anybody. You wear that fucking ensemble gold and you go have a good time. So this is a good time in a bottle. I've been wearing it. I've been enjoying it. I thought I would have had to shelve it by now, but all of this rainy, cool weather in the peak of summer is allowing me to enjoy this just a little while longer, and I'm happy about it. It's time to finish off with the 3 fragrances that right now are making me feel most at home, cozy, lovely, feeling like myself, and making me feel like I'm not overthinking or trying too hard with my fragrances. Simplicity is key in this category, and each of these fragrances kind of represent a type that I'm low-key obsessed with in the month of June, and I was last month as well. There is one honorable mention because I didn't want to include all of the fragrances. I have self-control, y'all. Chocolate Musk didn't make it in. Y'all have heard me talk about this $9 fragrance constantly, right? Like, I love her still. I'm on my 3rd bottle at this point. I just spray myself down to feel cozy, lovely, and go to bed constantly. So I don't need to get into Chocolate Musk again. But we're gonna talk about the 3 that I've been wearing a lot of. I'm gonna start off with fun, cozy me and work my way down to rainy day me. Let's start off here with Lattafa. This is Yara 2. Ooh, I have a haul coming. I finally, y'all, bought the one in the white bottle. I haven't smelled her yet. The box is about to be opened in like 30 minutes. And I'm hopeful, but I'm a little bit scared. Either way, I've collected all of them at this point. Lattafa just be taking my money. Anyway, there's a haul to come. Got some new fragrances, including y'all, the dupe of Bianco Latte, Eclair from Lattafa. They say it is fire, and it is almost as good, just not as long lasting, and not giving as much condensed milk and more a little bit marshmallow. Either way, I'm very excited because you can't have too much sweet shit in your life, basically. Anyway, this is Yara 2. My favorite of the Yaras so far, I've only had 2 of them, of the pink one and this one. And this one is... This gives island vibes, right? It's pineapple and coconut. It's very sweet pineapple. Could it use a little bit more freshness, tartness in there? A little bit more sharpness and bite to make it more summery? Yes. You could layer it with something with a little bit of citrus energy to get that out of it. But really it's a very... It smells like a pineapple lassi. Basically, it smells like a pineapple lassi. It's just sweet, creamy, delicious coconut and sweeter pineapple mixed together. Some vanilla, a little bit of warm spice to make it even more drink-like, more milky. It's a little bit of a suntan lotion energy, especially as it begins to dry down. Do I love that kind of? Like I said, island vibes. I really just enjoy this fragrance. It feels very comforting and simple and homey to me, and I love layering it, especially with a sort of a woodier fragrance or a muskier fragrance that could use a little bit of sweetness. Either way, I've been really enjoying this summer. No regrets about this one. We're going to continue with the sweetness of it all and talk about Delicia de Marshmallow from Keys Fragrances. Now, this is marshmallow and vanilla and sugar. That's it. It smells like sugar and vanilla together. Vanilla sugar. But there is like a sharpness about the fragrance that makes it feel decidedly perfumey and not just gourmand food. You know what I mean? Like, it has this sort of crispness and cleanness about it, not sort of laundry cleanness, but this sort of crispness in the fragrance, almost coolness, that makes this feel kind of light and airy on the skin and not a very sticky sugar or really heavy sugar or really imposing vanilla. It is perfect for summer. It just feels like you've been sprinkled over top with a little bit of sugary energy, and that is all. That is it. It's very basic, very simple. I thought, low-key, that I'd be layering this a lot more, that I would want some more complexity out of this fragrance by putting it with other shit, some florals and some sandalwood or whatever. And as it turns out, sometimes I just want to smell like sugar. It's very comforting to smell sweet. So here we go. Delicia de Marshmallow. Like I said, this represents a category, a type. There's a fragrance that I have from, what's that Canadian brand? I cannot remember the name. Right, no, Kenzie. There we go. That smells like Kool-Aid. also comforting. They have one called Buttercup Babe that just smells like flowers and sugar together. They do a lot of very sweet fragrances. So I've been wearing down the Kenzie fragrances hardcore recently. And similarly, the Keys fragrances, they do gourmands really well. And this is my favorite from them. So I've been loving it. Let's talk about my love of a green scent, a tea scent. Love of moss, love of patchouli. Now, I know that this is not a popular segment of fragrances for the ladies out there, especially the ones who, like me, love sweet flowers and fruity, beautiful vanillas and all. But I do love a green fragrance. I find them incredibly comforting. And one of my favorites is Maison Margiela's When the Rain Stops. It sort of smells like petrichor. It smells like when the rain stops, that smell of rain hitting wet dirt. So it smells earthy, it smells green, it smells a little mossy, it smells watery and rain-like. It comes together to create this really like calming vibe. If it's raining outside, I'm wearing this inside. Like, that is the sort of balance I am looking for. Now, this is in good company with a lot of other tea adjacent fragrances that I stay wearing, or greener fragrances that I thoroughly enjoy. And you know, I love moss from I love moss from Commodity, and I fully enjoy indigo something from Nest. My brain is not working. This is my first video in like 6 weeks. Y'all have patience with me. I'm gonna get back into this groove of it fucking killing me, because I love doing these videos. I've just gotten distracted. Like I said, I was out in these streets, things distracted me. Whatever. Y'all, this is beautiful. If you love a green fragrance, if you love freshness and moss, and you want to be in the jungle, outdoors, in the rain, this is the vibe. I love this one. And I look forward to this time of year to wear it. I do not wear it outside though. I'm a little bit apprehensive, a little bit, I don't know, nervous about wearing very green fragrances around other people. Like, do you realize that's the fragrance and it's not just me? You know, but I do love smelling it at home on me because it just like calms my spirit. So those are the 12 best fragrances on my tray for the month of June. Are they the only fragrances I'm wearing in June? Absolutely not. I'm wearing all types of shit, but these are the ones that keep getting reached for, reoccurring, the ones I am most excited about because they're giving everything that I need them to at the moment. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. You enjoyed hearing about the fragrances I've been wearing down and why. And you forgive me for being missing for like 6 weeks, low key. I told you, we in these streets right now, it is a struggle out here and I got distracted, but no more. I'm back in this bitch. And we're gonna talk even more fragrances because I need to. I love these perfumes so much, and I need to get into more conversations about them. No, if you like this kind of thing, you love a perfuming conversation and you have not subscribed yet, why? Why are you holding on to that subscription like your life depends on it? Just let it go and get to me. That's all I'm saying, basically. Anyway, I'm Jeanique. I love sharing my perfume tray with you because sometimes there are gems on there. If you want to feel like a snack or purple as bitch yourself, I maybe can put you onto some things, and I hope that I did. Especially that layering combo because it is so fire. I'll see you in the next one soon. I promise. Soon. Bye, y'all.